I'm sick, I'm a bit under the weather, but this video had to be made today. It really couldn't have waited. And the reason I'm making this video because last night I saw this channel where a couple had lost enormous amount of money in option trading. And by enormous amount, I mean they are bankrupt. They have taken money from their friends. They have lost the money which they had taken from their parents. They're not just in a loss, they're in a generational debt. You know what that means? They have to live each and every day of their lives from here on to just pay other people. And this, along with breaking my heart, has made me really angry. And because of this, I wanted to share my own story of option trading because there might be people who might be in the same boat as me, exactly going through the same things which I went through years ago. And now with my story, they can probably decide for themselves early on whether they want to actually continue trading in options or no. Oh, and here's something. This is literally just maybe like a year of my work. All these are charts, okay? These are charts. All these are just charts of Nifty, Bank Nifty, of options, every bit, all rule books, charts. And this is not even like half of it. This might be like a year's work, but I've spent 3 years doing options trading, trying every strategy, and I've still lost. And whoever says that, oh my God, if you work hard, really hard enough on something, it will happen for you. No, options trading is rigged. There are algo traders, there are big financial institutions with cutting edge technologies all sitting there looking at you, rigging the whole game and taking money from you. You have seen the Jane Street example for yourself, how these top mathematicians, scientists with cutting edge softwares, cutting edge programming tools, technologies sit over to actually manipulate the options market. So why do this? But then coming back to my story. So why did I start trading options? Why does everyone start trading options? It comes down to one word: desperation. You see, when I started trading options, I was actually on my 4th job in the film industry. And I was in a really good position. Just to give you a proof, I have worked with the top Bollywood stars. You can actually see a picture of mine with Shah Rukh Khan. And despite of being in such a position, I was still insecure of my job. And believe it or not, jobs in the film industry are never secure. Believe it or not, jobs anywhere are never secure. There's absolutely no security. You're working with a great salary one day and the next day, boom, they decide to either let you go or fire you. You're constantly living with that sword over your head that one day you're going to lose your job. And because of the nature of employment of these jobs, I knew that there had to be some other kind of income which had to come in. Now, investing in stocks was too slow. I actually one day sat with my friend who was into stocks. His family was into stocks and he showed me his portfolio. And the thing is, it had a decent amount of return. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. So how do I do this? And he said it was pretty simple. Just invest in a good stock and wait for 20 years. 20 years. I wanted to get out of my job now. I wanted to build a better life for myself now. 20 years is something I don't have. And I didn't want some luxurious lifestyle. I didn't want like a sports car or some expensive watches, a trip every month to some exotic location. No, maybe like a house for myself. And also, of course, that's one of my dreams is basically to raise a family, have kids, have a wife. But all this requires money. And for people who are saying, oh no, it doesn't require, you're going to have a partner, you're going to work, she's going to work. Bullshit. It requires money. It requires money to be in love. It requires money to raise a family. It requires money to take care of a family. And because I knew I didn't have that much time and because I knew that these jobs aren't sustainable, I wanted fast money. And this is why I landed myself into intraday trading and options trading. And I'm sure many of you people might be in the similar situation. And so when I did learn options, I learned everything. I left no stones unturned to actually learn the craft. Buying, selling, spread trading, I knew everything. I started with selling options first. Initially, it went really well. I was making consistent monthly income till the Russia war happened. Remember that war? When the market just started behaving so erratic, it was 3% down, 3% up or something like that. And I was so cocky that I could save my position just adjusting and hedging. But market is a very supreme teacher which is going to humble you in life. And so my run with options selling went for a complete loss. When the markets fell, I couldn't protect my position. I had like a big loss, but still it was not that big that my life was ruined or something. But there was so much time which was lost because in option sellings, you have to follow the market 24/7, even after the market is over, because you have your positions on which are eating the premium daily. You have to look at, okay, what is happening overnight? Is there something happening in the US markets or in the Asian markets, so that your position just doesn't suddenly gap up or gap down, giving you that big loss where you can't control. And I didn't want to waste so much time in the markets. I had other things to do as well. So I decided to then learn options buying. This is like the option selling. Fine, I made a little loss, not that much that would ruin my life. This is all options buying research work. I followed the YouTube gurus. It was pretty easy. They made it look really easy. They were like, okay, fine, you're going to trade for 2 hours from 9 to 11. And if you find 2 trades, that's it. And you're going to repeat the whole process again and again. Easy, right? And that's when I started to like actually look into it. But because of my little bit of a loss in option sellings, I had become wiser to know and understand that first, if you have to test a strategy, test it on paper first and then go all in. And then I was like, okay, fine, I'm going to do this first on paper. And so I did it on this paper trading platform called the Neo Stocks. And I traded for 3 years straight, thinking that there would be some light at the end of the tunnel. Nada, nothing, no light. Oh, wait. There was a light. I learned a very important lesson that the whole system in options is rigged. The biggies are always manipulating everything out there. And for the retail traders like us, we are competing against like top-notch scientists and mathematicians, putting really complex programs to actually manipulate those options prices. So yeah, it's you, the little retail trader with a little capital, and it's them, the institutions, the programmers, the mathematicians, really intelligent people with a lot of money, a lot of capital, a lot of firepower to actually manipulate the market. And I know you must be thinking, oh, this guy is such a loser, right? Like he must have lost because he doesn't know. Well, try it for yourself. Like, you know, if you are actually profitable, then you might even be that 1% of traders who's actually making money in the future in options market. Because as the data says it, 99% people are losing their money in the options and futures market. So I learned my lesson. Pick your battles. Pick your battles right. If you're like a 100-pound boxer, you're not going to win with a 200-pound boxer. No, you're going to lose. He has double the weight on you. It was only after 3 years that I decided I needed to quit. That's it. I'm done with options. You know, there has to be some other way. And there was indeed another way, which was swing trading. Only when I quit options did I actually start making money. And you can see it on my channel. I have been studying these US investing champions who themselves do not do any option trading. I just did a piece on Dan Zanger yesterday. He made $42 million in 23 months using a capital of $10,000. And he says that he did not start making money until he quit options. The only thing which I might even approve in options are those income spreads, which I keep testing now and then. I still haven't deployed real capital to it. And I still need to design an exact framework to how to actually execute that monthly spread. So that is the only options I approve. But if you still want to be a hero, then go ahead. Go try your hands at options, but do it in a safe environment. Do it via paper trading. Collect the data for 6 months or 3 months and check your own performance out. Don't just write it on a paper that I would have taken this and this position at this and this place, at this and this premium, and it would have gone to so and so. No, trade it on a paper trading platform online so that real-time values are shown to you. Now I know the path which I have picked, the swing trading, the momentum investing, might seem kind of slow, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. I can assure you that because I've seen it for myself. I've seen profits, I've made profits in good market conditions, and I tend to see good results all the time. And it's okay for now if it's slow. You know, there's a saying in the US military that slow is smooth and smooth is fast. I know it's slow right now, but after understanding position size, after understanding leverage and margin, we can actually make this whole process really robust and really fast. And I know you might be in the same boat. Like you might be even trading options. You might be frustrated right now and you don't want to do this swing trading because it looks slow. It looks like a long learning curve. But again, I assure you that there is light at the end of this tunnel. We will start with slow, but we will play big as well. But in a systematic, slow manner, in a safe environment, preserving your capital, not losing your life over it. So that was my 2 bits on why I quit option tradings. And now I leave it up to you, whether you want to continue options trading or you want to switch to a side with better odds.